everybody. Welcome to Network Connection. My name is Roni. Today I have the pleasure to talk with Keith Powell. He is a senior partner with Austin Wealth Specialist located in Austin, Texas. Hey, Keith, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm actually feeling really happy. It's a cold weather today. I don't look like it, but you know. So Keith, tell us, what is it that you do?
Well, I'm a financial advisor at Austin Wealth Specialist, and at Austin Wealth Specialist, we have three areas of expertise. That would be working with clients as they're going through a divorce to help them all out with all of their financial questions there. Retirement, of course, that's always an important factor for almost everyone. And then we also work with real estate investors and assist with 1031 exchanges.
That's interesting. So can you give us a little bit more in detail? What is it that you do in those three specific areas?
Well, sure. When it comes to divorce, there's a lot of different areas that we work in. We always work from people who are just thinking about divorce. We call that the die curious. They just want to see what their financial situation would look like after they got divorced, if that's what they like to do, up to and including people that are actually going into court. I've acted as an expert witness in litigious court cases, but most of what we do is what I call a cooperative divorce, where both the husband and wife, they've decided mutually that they want a divorce. They just need some guidance on how to divide the assets. They're not fighting about them. They just need some guidance on what would be a fair and equitable division, and also what makes more sense from a tax standpoint. So, I guide them through that process, and then I come up with a spreadsheet that we can turn over to an attorney, and they can draft a divorce decree, and they can get divorced very inexpensively, sometimes less than $5,000, regardless of their net worth.
Wow, that's very interesting. So what would you say sets you apart and your company from other advisors out there?
Well, certainly that area of expertise, in addition to being a certified financial planner, which already separates me from a lot of my competition, only 2% of advisors have the CFP certification. And then also, I'm a certified divorce financial analyst. So when you marry those two together, I have a very unique set of skills when it comes to looking at somebody's assets and how to divide them during divorce. And then, of course, retirement, that area of expertise is more where the CFP aspect comes in, the financial planning, because I can help people figure out how long do they have to retirement or till they can retire. Or if they want to retire at a certain age, what is it going to take to get there? How much are they going to have to save? What kind of returns are they going to have to get in your accounts? And then with the 1031 exchanges, that has to do with real estate investment property. When you go to liquidate it, you're going to owe a capital gains on the difference between what you paid for that investment versus what you sold it for. By doing a 1031 exchange, you can actually defer those capital gains taxes until you sell the second property. Well, where I come in is I have a portfolio of real estate investments that can be held inside a Fidelity or a Charles Schwab account, and those are 1031 qualified. So maybe you've got a landlord who is looking to get out of the landlording business and wants to sell his property but doesn't want to pay the taxes. They can roll that money into this portfolio of real estate investments, and it's passive. They start to make 6.5% on their money, and they don't have to deal with the 4 T's of being a landlord: the taxes, the tenants, the termites, the toilets, and all of the other things that go with being a landlord. So it's a great way for them to exit the business without having to pay those taxes.
That sounds super, super interesting. So how long have you been in business? You sound like you've been here forever.
This May, it'll be May of 2021 will actually be my 30th year in the business. That's kind of hard to say, but it's true.
Wow. All right, so let's pivot a little bit. We live in a very weird world right now. COVID-19, has that affected your business?
It has affected my business, but I would say in a positive way. Certainly, I earned my money with my clients back in March of 2020 when a lot of them were calling me, telling me that we should probably be selling everything. And I talked them off of that proverbial ledge and got them to hold on so that everything could not only come back last year, but we're actually in a better place now than we were prior to COVID last year. So standing between my clients' emotions and their money is probably one of the biggest roles that I play.
That is very interesting. And I think I read online that you do have some kind of background in psychology. Is that correct?
Well, I actually have a minor in psychology. So especially when it comes to, well, all of the markets have a lot to do with economics, which was my major, and psychology, which was my minor. But that is never more true than when I'm working with a divorce client, because I'm part playing financial advisor and part playing therapist a little bit.
Yeah, it's not hard to like take sides like that.
Well, I guess I'm cursed with the innate ability to be a great mediator and to be able to see both sides of a story. So working with a couple in one of the most stressful times of their marriage is you know, it takes a unique set of skills, I would say.
I agree. I just imagine myself, you know, standing between mommy and daddy, and what do I do?
Right, right. Well, I've been doing that for about 13 years now, that little segment. So I've seen a lot of things. I'll never say I've seen it all, because every time you say that, something new will pop up.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, Keith, I promised a short interview. Would you mind sharing with us what is the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach me is probably by email, which is keith@austinwealthspecialist.com. But I also am available pretty much any time of the day or night on my cell phone. That's the only phone I use. It's 512-963-6883.
Awesome. And what is your company's website? There's a lot of good information there.
Yeah, well, austinwealthspecialist.com has a lot to do with the retirement and the 1031 exchanges. And then I actually have a separate website and company, really, Austin Divorce Planners, which handles the divorce side of things.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Keith. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.